What's going on, guys? Today I have all 16 USL Eastern Conference teams, and I will be placing them where I think they will finish in their conference this year. Obviously, it's still about 2 months prior to the 2021 season kickoff, and signings can still be made, but I think we've reached the point where I can actually place the teams where I think they'll finish. If you follow the USL, the format will probably already make sense to you. If not, I'll explain it. Basically, there are two conferences, the West and East, combining for a total of 31 teams, the West having 15, the East having 16. And the Eastern Conference is split into two groups, the Central and Atlantic Division, A teams being in the Atlantic, A teams being in the Central. Yes, we all know it's stupid, but that is American soccer for you. If you yourself want to do this, then the link will be in the description, and let me know in the comments who you think will be the best and the worst team in the East. Anyways, let's get into it. We have the first place teams, the second place teams, third and fourth, fifth and sixth, and then seventh and eighth. Starting with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds, they're located in the Atlantic Division. Last season, they finished off third overall in the Eastern Conference. They've definitely lost some players from last year, but they've made some notable signings, such as Russell Cicerone, which is a big pickup. I think they'd finish second in the... Yeah, I think they'd finish second in the Atlantic Division. I just can't see them falling anywhere lower than that. Next up is Sporting Kansas City. They finished 12th overall in the East last year. They had good wins, but I really just don't see them finishing too high up in the Central Division. I'd probably place them 5th, 6th. They'd probably be 6th. I'm going to go with 6th. On to Indy 11. They finished last year. Indy 11 finished last year in 9th after a brutal loss in St. Louis in the last game of the season, which was just horrible. They haven't really made many signings, and they've lost Tyler Pasher, which is a huge loss for the team. I'm going to say I see them finishing third this year, because they don't really have what it takes to finish second, I can't imagine. On to the Tampa Bay Rowdies, the team that won the Eastern Conference last year, beating my team, Louisville City FC. Yeah, I'm still not over that game. Definitely made huge signings. And they're placed in the Atlantic Division, which, in my opinion, isn't the toughest division. I really don't see them finishing anywhere other than first. Their biggest competition is the Miami FC. Atlanta United finishes 8th. They're just a terrible team. Their MLS team is really good, but the two side just is absolutely horrible. They'll probably lose to everybody, maybe 1 or 2 wins, but it's just not going to be good. On to Hartford Athletic. In the Atlantic Division, they had a relatively good year last year, actually. They finished second in the Eastern Conference. Their coach is just amazing, and they've made great signings. But like I've said, the Atlantic Division is seriously tough between Miami and Tampa Bay. So I'd say they finished third or fourth. I'm gonna go fourth with Hartford. On to Miami FC. They're second place for me. Between pickups with Paco Craig and Speedy Williams, they've just loaded, and I think they're going to be a really big threat this year to a lot of the teams. Can't see them finishing with more than just a couple losses. On to Memphis 901 FC. Good team. Definitely fun to watch. Kind of lost a few important players. And being located in the Central Division, having to play at Indy and Louisville and FC Tulsa, this is a tough one. I'd say I'd see them finishing 5th, and Sporting Kansas finishing 6th. On to the New York Red Bulls. They had a disappointing year last year. I expected them to finish much higher, but the pandemic kind of just ruined them. They'd lost their first game of the season, and then just didn't do much after everybody returned. Just too many losses. I think they could be back this year, but like I've said, the Atlantic Division between Pittsburgh and Tampa Bay and Miami, and I'm leaving off Charleston too. They're a slept-on team, and then Hartford. I can't see them finishing anywhere other than 7th. It's going to be a bad year. They're going to have to rebuild. On to the OKC Energy. I haven't actually seen this team play a lot. I just know they're not exactly one of the best teams. They're coming over from the West into the Eastern Conference, and they finished last year 17th in the Western Conference. So I really don't see them making a huge jump this year. I'd say I'd see them finishing 7th in the Central Division, just beating out Atlanta United by a couple of points. Luton United. Oh, where do I begin? Luton United is like Atlanta United, but just barely better. I see them finishing 8th in the Atlantic Division. They're just going to get bullied all year long. I don't even think they have fans, to be honest. Louisville City FC. This is my team. I know more about them than any other team in the league. Great pickups this year. Great finish last year. They finished first in the East. Fell just one game shy of the championship game. I see them finishing first overall. I think they just beat out Tampa Bay by 6 or 7 points for first place. But I think they win the East fairly good. I think they win the Central Division by a mile. Just nobody comes close to them. FC Tulsa, also a new team. I haven't really seen play much because they're in the West. They finished 7th last year with 6 wins. Not bad, but not really good either. FC Tulsa, I think I see them finishing 4th place. I think that's where they've made improvements. They're a decent team. I think they're better than Memphis, Sporting, Atlanta, and OKC. But I just don't think they'll be able to pass up Indy or Louisville City. It's also just occurred to me, my stupid self decided to put Pittsburgh in a second place team, and when there can only be one second place team, I think they finished 3rd. Miami beating them out. But I could actually see either team going either way. Pittsburgh is one of the best teams in the league, and historically they've been one of the best teams. So I wouldn't be shocked if they finished 2nd and Miami finished 3rd, but I definitely think that's how that will happen. Charleston Battery. They're also a good team. They were tough last year. I think I see them finishing. I think they finished 5th. They're good, but obviously I think Tampa, Miami, and Pittsburgh have definitely locked up the top 3 spots. They could maybe trade 4th with Hartford, but I don't see them finishing lower than 5th. Unless major injuries come in. They're not that bad, but I don't think they have what it takes this year to really make a deep run. Birmingham Legion. Not the best year last year, but they've made insane moves in the offseason. I think they finished 2nd in the Central Division. Between making signings in Junior Flemings and Chandler Hoffman, they're going to be terrifying. I don't think they can beat out Louisville City. I could see them finishing 3rd and Indy finishing 2nd, but I think they would finish 2nd. That's going to be a scary team. Yeah, that's just all there is. They're going to be a team you need to watch out for this year. And then last but not least, we have the Charlotte Independents. I really can't say much about this team. I very rarely watch a Charlotte game. I'm not even too sure about the acquisitions they've made over the summer, to be honest, but between the teams in their division, definitely better than Luton, definitely better than Red Bull. I think they finished 6th. They could prove me wrong, but just from past games that I've seen last year, I know they've made huge improvements, but I know they haven't lost a lot. Just a few players. I think they finished 6th. So yeah, that's it. Louisville City and Tampa Bay finishing 1st in their divisions. Birmingham Legion and Miami FC finishing 2nd. Indy and Tulsa finishing 3rd and 4th. Pittsburgh and Hartford finishing 3rd and 4th. Memphis 901 and Sporting Kansas finishing 5th and 6th. Charleston Battery FC and Charlotte Independence finishing 5th and 6th. The Oklahoma City Energy and Atlanta United finishing 7th and 8th, and New York Rebels and Loudoun United finishing 7th and 8th. Well, that'll be all for today. I will have the same type of video coming out tomorrow over the Western Conference. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a like, or don't, whatever makes you happy, And yeah, I'll see you next time. Peace.